exciting. This is where Stephen Colbert, well, that is where Stephen Colbert stands, but I'm gonna be right here. Welcome to Simon & Schuster's Book Club Matinee. I'm Wendy Sheanin, Vice President and Director of Marketing for Simon & Schuster, and I'll be your host today. We're very excited to be here at the historic Ed Sullivan Theater to listen to our authors talk about their books, books that you and I love. And now, I would like to introduce you to Carolyn Reidy, President and CEO of Simon & Schuster.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Carolyn Reidy, the President and CEO of Simon & Schuster. And today, it is my distinct honor and great pleasure to welcome you and thank you for being here at this first of its kind live event for Simon & Schuster, the Book Club Matinee. We are very excited to have you join us in what we hope will be a fabulous event. For the next 3 hours, we get to spend the afternoon in the company of 6 amazing authors. Just naming them gets my blood pumping. Lisa C., Lisa Genova, Isabel Allende, Ruth Ware, Megan Miranda, and Anthony Doerr. When we put together this lineup of authors, we wanted to be sure to have a little something for everyone and to include a variety of writing styles, subjects, and genres to satisfy a wide range of reading tastes. I have to say, I believe that we have succeeded. What all the illustrious authors here today have in common is that every one of them is a major bestseller, published to great critical acclaim, and recognized as a master of his or her craft. And how about this venue, the Ed Sullivan Theater? How special is that, really, to bring these 6 authors to a landmark theater with its many decades of show business history? For many of us of a certain age, this is where we spent the Sunday nights of our youth, via television, of course, watching historic, sometimes unforgettable, and sometimes controversial performances by the Beatles, and I do remember that, the Rolling Stones, the Doors, the Supremes, the Muppets, a 13-year-old Isaac Perlman, and hundreds of other iconic entertainers. Of course, in more recent times, this building has been the home to CBS Television's The Late Show with David Letterman, and now The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. And I would be remiss if I didn't give a special thanks to CBS and the Colbert team for granting us use of the theater and the help they've contributed along the way. Also to help our proceedings, we've enlisted some stars of the book world. Elisabeth Egan, books editor of Glamour magazine and herself a Simon & Schuster author, Leigh Haber, books editor of O, the Oprah magazine, and Carol Fitzgerald, the president and founder of the Book Report Network. They will be interviewing some of the authors here today, and we asked them to join us because we knew that they would come armed with interesting and insightful and incisive questions and commentary. Clearly, we have some really big shoes to fill as we tread the same stage that previously has been occupied by the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. But I'm confident that as book lovers, and anyone willing to pay good money to spend Saturday afternoon at a 6-author literary event I think qualifies as a book lover, you will be entertained and enlightened, and you will leave here satisfied. These authors understand how important you are to their work, and because of that deep connection to their readers, we're confident they will give you a performance to remember, creating new history here at the Ed Sullivan Theater. These authors are the rock stars of our world. Once again, thank you for joining us this afternoon, and without further ado, let's get on with the show.
Thank you, Carolyn. It's my job to read a lot of books and to get other people excited about reading them too. When I love a book, I'm dying to talk about it. How many of you are in a book club? All right. My assistant said, what if nobody raises their hand? This afternoon, we have the rare pleasure of hearing directly from 6 beloved writers. All have written New York Times best-selling novels. They've won countless awards. And as you know, they have been responsible for some very lively book club discussions. I suspect that these writers have made you think differently about the world. And if you're like me, more than one of them has made you cry. How many of your book clubs have read at least a C novel? I thought so.